And we're
Welcome
up.
to welcome to the very first episode of When Will We Name This Show, the podcast where we commit to nothing. I'm Justin. I'm here with my brother Titus, and dog, we are here. 5 years in the making, 4 years of pump faking,
Mm.
2 to 4 months of like fake podcasting, 2 more weeks of more pump faking, but we're finally here. Captain America, Brave New World, the review. Titus, bro, how we doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. I want to say shout out to, see LTBR, for letting us upload this on the channel, while we get
Yeah,
our feet wet in this podcasting game, you know what I'm saying?
that's not battle rap.
And it's a lot like battle rap. We had a lot of sparring sessions, we ran through a lot of, a lot of practice rounds, you know what I'm saying? Tightened up the material, you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Got it fine tuned, and now we're ready to go, man. Brave new world, brave new podcast. You feel me?
yep. You just saw it today, right? You just saw it a couple hours
Yes,
ago.
yes,
Fresh.
yes.
It's fresh on your mind. How was your
Mm-hmm.
theater experience, bro?
My theater experience was dope. I
Yeah,
went to a non AMC theater, which was,
that's
I don't do
that's
that too
different for
much.
you. Yeah, it's
It
different
is.
for
I don't
you.
venture out too much, but I went to the Royal Cinemas in Pooler, Georgia. They got the
Yeah.
world's tallest IMAX,
Mm.
and they not lying. That thing was like 75 feet. It was
Did it
crazy.
did it have reclining chairs? Oh, yeah.
Yes,
What?
it had reclining chairs, and it had or they had like a real like lounge place. You could order real food from your
Wait,
seat.
you said you was watching it in IMAX?
Yeah, yeah.
IMAX and reclining chairs together?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We don't got that over here. That's why I
Dolby
ain't gonna hold
Atmos,
you.
all that. Dolby sound, all that good stuff.
Was it packed? Because you went. It was it's a Sunday.
Yeah, it
You
was
went.
Sunday. It wasn't packed. Like I still like where I was sitting at. There was still like two seats in between everybody, and two
Okay.
seats in between us without me ordering like the seat next to me. Like it was just a natural seat in between me on both sides.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I know.
That's not
Because
that's
this
not good for
theater,
this. So.
right? This theater has the IMAX and they have like the regular showings. They have both going on at the same time. So if you didn't want to pay
Okay.
like the super IMAX prices, they could just watch it in regular.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they had both going on at the same time. Like the IMAX, they had like I think three IMAX. Don't have one IMAX, one big like mega IMAX theater. So it'd be like, just the one showing every so often. But they had like a other theaters with the 130s, the 230s, the 330s. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was rolling pretty well. But yeah,
Did you go solo or you drag someone with you?
no, I went dolo. I went dolo.
Okay. Okay. So how
Yeah,
was your feelings about the film inside the theater when you're watching it? Because you sent me a text.
I
You
did.
sent me you sent me a
I
text
did.
about like 30. I don't even think we were like 30 minutes into the film, were we? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The film started. I ain't. The thing. How AMC give you the proper rollout. Listen to the movie gonna start.
yes.
You know how they like tell you. They didn't tell me.
Yeah.
We went straight from like the Fantastic Four teaser,
Yeah.
right? They had like a special IMAX thing, like it's still in the Fantastic Vision or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll see it
Hmm.
here. Don't you ain't gotta add nothing else. I'm gonna come see it here, bro. You ain't gotta add nothing to it. I'm gonna come see it here, bro. No trip.
Right. Oh
Um,
man.
you're from that to like from that scene to Harrison Ford. I mean, Theodore Ross standing with some pills with cheers. I'm like, is the movie? Did the movie start?
Yeah.
The movie started. Okay,
No intro.
no intro. Just
No intro.
no. The actress lady didn't tell me to put my cell phone on silent or to
Mm,
like grab a Coke and popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
And
we were just here.
and just for the audience to know, this is the exact text that I got. All right. At approximately 3:22, pacing.
322. Yeah,
It-
322. My okay, 322. The movie started at 250. I
oh
mean,
my
the preview
God.
started at 250.
Oh my
So we were
God.
maybe 5-6 minutes in, and I noticed
Fi-
it already. I'm like, ooh,
Five
these are
minutes
moving
in,
quickly.
and you was like, I've had enough.
Yeah, I'm like, this pacing is off, and it wasn't just like and we'll get into more of this because we're gonna have a good, the bad, the ugly segment to break this movie down. But like overall, when it started, I'm like, why everybody talking so fast?
Yeah.
Everybody is talking so quick,
It's a
talking
lot
with a
of
purpose,
exposition. It's a lot of exposition dumping.
and they ran through it. They
It
ran
had
through it.
because you know what, we're going to get into this. This is essentially a sequel to Three Things, right? It's a sequel
Yes. Oh
to
my god. Oh my.
it's
I
it,
can't wait to talk about this. Oh my
it's
god.
it's a sequel to the 2008 Incredible Hulk, the movie that we all love and remember. The movie that we all return to on our rewatches. Like none of us for sure ever skip that film, right? Like we all include that in our rewatches. Like we all
That
do that
film
as a
was good.
fandom.
That
As a
film.
fandom, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, second movie that it's also a sequel to, kind of sort of, but barely, is the Internals. I know Titus is a fan, but just saying that the public generally
I would
are
consider
not.
an Eternal sequel. I would consider it just like a follow through on something that
Yeah,
happened that we got like 2 mentions of
yeah. I,
ever.
I, I'm not quite sure how exactly the Earth knows they're called Celestials. Like who gave them,
I was considering that. I was
who
considering that myself.
who communicated that information to them. I was curious, but
I was considering that myself. I'm not gonna lie.
and then the third thing, obviously, it's a sequel to, is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Um,
And my first thought
yeah,
about that part, Justin, is like, man, this would have been so nice if it would have came out, a year after Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
yeah, because Falcon and
Because
Winter Soldier came out, what, 2021?
yeah, bro, I'm in there like, yo, if we didn't just rewatch Falcon and the Winter Soldier for our sparring sessions, I
Yeah,
would not. I would have gone. I would have been very confused in this movie
yeah.
because I wouldn't have remembered a lot of these people. But I do
Imagine.
want to. I want to. I'm so glad that the Celestial was brought back up. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my god, finally some payoff.
Me too. Me
Finally,
too. I was happy, but then I was also like, damn. So that movie is canon then.
you damn Skippy.
Like, because Secret Invasion in my brain is not canon.
No, Secret Invasion isn't canon, and they
You know
can't
what I'm
convince me
saying?
it is.
But now the
Like,
Eternals is canon
yes,
definitively.
because you can ignore Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
You can't just ignore a giant dead Celestial in the middle of the ocean. You can't
yeah,
just make me not think that. Make me just think that didn't happen. It doesn't
yeah.
work. You can't multiverse your way out of this one. It's just gonna resurface.
Oh man, I mean, so after you left the theater, because I just want to get your general thoughts before we get to the good, the bad, and
Yes,
the ugly.
yes,
This
yes.
is only a 1 hour and 58 movie, 58 minute movie, I believe.
Yes,
Five
158. Yep.
5 minutes in, you thought there was some pacing issues. Um, Additional context. You texted me again, right? But this is at 4:27 p.m. Quote: Bucky visiting Sam with his friend in surgery. Check the time and sees like another 45 minutes left, and I am confused.
Bro, I was because I'm sitting here. Okay, so this is a full spoiler review, guys. In case y'all didn't know, this
Yeah.
is gonna be all
Yes.
spoilers. So please, if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch now if you care about that.
Yeah.
But
There's
nah,
no
so like,
non-spoiler section.
so just I know you saw it a couple days ago, so you might not fully remember, but you remember, basically, leader who we'll get into more later,
Yes.
basically was starting a world war
Yeah.
a war between U.S. and Japan over the Celestial, which the Celestials are now the thing that created adamantium, which
Yes.
that's pretty cool to me. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Also, the idea that all these countries will be fighting over the resources of it, pretty fucking natural, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then being like, yo, it's better than adamantium, and it's not owned by isolationist country.
Yeah.
I ain't
Regular
gonna lie,
vibranium.
yeah, I'm like, you're showing why they're isolationists in this movie, but whatever, bro.
Yeah.
So by the way, I have another surprise sequel movie. This is a sequel to. We'll get to that later.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. So yeah, Joaquin Torres, Falcon's friend. I'm sorry, the new Falcon, because Sam Wilson is Captain America
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Respectfully, as Cap.
And I'm not gonna
And
front.
by the way, it felt good seeing people call him Cap. I enjoyed that. I'm not gonna lie.
You
I
saying
enjoyed
that
seeing him be
after
called Cap.
you saying that for calling him Falcon is the funniest juxtaposition. Like what? I was gonna say, I think you calling him Falcon has a lot to do with this film because we literally watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier and this film. We've had two things with him being Captain America, and in our brain, it's still hard to
It
call him Cap.
is. It is. So I was glad that they seemed. One thing they seemed very intentional about was it reiterating to us that this is Captain America, like making us know this is Captain America. I
Yeah,
think that they were very intentional with that, and I'm glad they were intentional with that because they needed to be like spoken on in a way, especially after like the events of Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? So I was glad they did that, and it made us know. Oh, isn't not Captain Falcon the Winter Soldier?
no, that sounds about right.
What's the name of the show?
The Falcon.
Oh, the Falcon. Oh, sorry.
No,
I keep thinking about Smash Bros. My bad.
no, no. But Captain Falcon goes to like perfectly. Honestly,
It do, right? So
that's a perfect
at the
mistake.
events of that, but yeah, basically Japan was tricked into thinking that the U.S. tried to steal their adamantium for themselves, and it created and now that everybody's fighting over the Celestial. The leader is mind controlling people, and I have a theory. I have a question about mind control, about brainwashing later that we'll get into.
Yeah,
So the theory, so he takes over as pilots. There's a big lot fighting going on. Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon,
Yeah.
he basically gets trying to save somebody's life. He gets knocked
But
into the water,
yeah.
almost
The thing
dies. So he's
is,
in the hospital basically. And then Bucky shows up, and I'm like, man, that was a lot of action right there. We got a fake Hulk reveal, which I will say they did a good job with how they developed the Red Hulk thing. I thought they did a good job with that. Um,
okay.
so
Okay.
yeah, I thought they did a good job with that. So
I'm
so
not mad
we
at
in the
that,
hospital. Yeah,
but
we in the
all right, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So we in the hospital, and Bucky shows up. I'm like, damn, this movie's probably got like 20 minutes left, huh? And I
Yeah.
look at my phone, I'm like, I've only been here an hour. Oh, well, are the movie's only playing for like an hour? That's a lot of film left, guys. What are we
Yeah.
gonna do here? And this is what I realized, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
An under 2 hour Marvel movie sounds good in theory until you realize they don't know how to make movies under 2 hours anymore.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do it anymore.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I felt like this movie was 2 hours and of a nothing sandwich. This was 2 hours. This was two
Wow.
hours of a nothing sandwich. I honestly, if this was like 2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, could you tell the difference? Like I wouldn't be able to. Like I
Oh no,
don't.
this felt like a continuation.
like
But
like
for me, not to cut for me, I'm not mad at that because I was kind of glad to have a more contained story
me too.
in a Marvel movie
That's the good.
as opposed, you know what I'm saying? That yeah, I was happy to have a contained story in Marvel. I was
That's
appreciative of that.
that's the good. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Um. So
But it absolutely
ultimately,
felt like a continuation.
so your first thoughts of the movie was generally okay, pretty good.
It's okay. It's an
Okay.
okay movie. It's an okay movie. I think it's something that someone who's not necessarily a diehard MCU fan would have a great time in.
Yeah.
And I do think that that is also valuable because we're diehards, so we're always going to be more critical than they will. But I do think that a casual can kind of watch this movie with minimal background information and kind of pick up where things left off, right?
Mm.
Like they can kind of enjoy it. Maybe a
Okay.
little confused about some things, but I think they could overall enjoy the action sequences because, of course, those are really well done. You don't miss on those in Captain America movies. I think there's things to enjoy with the movie for sure. I was glad to see Isaiah Bradley get some spotlight too. Shout out to that.
Yeah, I was upset about Isaiah Bradley. You should have got more. You should have got on like
He should have gotten more.
there's a lot. Yeah,
But
let's get to the.
when they make Captain America 2, Captain
Yep,
America
we are
3
in an
2,
era. We are in an era where things like that is not guaranteed anymore, and that's my
that
and
was
that's
that
and
was
that's
that
my
was
problem
complete
with this year.
sarcasm. That was complete sarcasm. I'm not gonna lie. That was
But
complete
the
sarcasm.
crazy thing is that at one point of time that would have been a guarantee.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
I don't think it's a like I think Captain America is such a big of the IP that we have to get another movie.
Yeah.
But boy, I don't think this was a good first start, man. I didn't this I think this is easily my least favorite Captain America movie. So first thoughts, this is easily my least favorite Captain America movie.
Mm,
And and the audience don't know this because it's obviously first time podcast. Titus is not a fan of the first Captain America.
at all. Hate it.
It is he has it beneath like the Incredible Hulk, but he has it in the dirt.
I
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
I do.
He has it in the dirt. Um, I don't love it as much as most people, but I think it's an objectively good film. Um, and I don't know, man. I don't care about a lot of people in this film. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about Torres. Like when he almost died, I was like, okay.
So here's
Like,
my question: have you ever seen Top Gun?
I have not. I have
Okay,
not,
so
unfortunately.
Torres' death reminded me of like the seminal death in the first Top Gun movie, and I forgot to do his name. It was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like basically he like ejected late and like crashed into the ocean and died. Basically, is what happened in Top Gun. It was a big deal.
Okay.
This reminded me of that a little bit, so I felt like it was an homage to Top Gun a little bit. So
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate it. Was Joaquin Torres in the show?
Dog,
That's his man's, right?
do you see what I'm talking about?
That's his man. That's his man's in the show, though, right? Ain't that
Yes,
his
yes,
man's?
yes.
Okay, I thought so. I
Ladies
thought
and
so.
ladies and gentlemen, we just watched the show. This character doesn't matter, man.
Of
He's
course he
about to
doesn't.
be he's about to but here's the thing, Titus, he's about to be an Avenger. Like in our Earth, he's supposed to be as important as Sam Wilson was coming into Age of Ultron or Infinity War, and he doesn't even feel half of that. And Sam Wilson wasn't even all that coming in
Well,
like going like
yeah, and I mean, Sam Wilson. kind of had a little. Well, Sam Wilson debut, like his character got the debut in like one of the better MCU movies, like an upper echelon MCU movie, which helped a lot.
Yeah.
You know, back when everything was still new, so nothing felt like a retread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back when everything was still new, it was nice to have him in the movie. It was like, oh, who's this guy? And then he just became Falcon. This dude just shows up as Falcon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He has.
He just started from the jump.
I don't see how it's really like, and this is one of my biggest problems. A lot of the biggest like emotional points of this film, and pretty much the character arcs feels undeserved. I don't feel any of the characters really got a real character arc in this film. But let's go to the good, bad, and ugly though.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go with the good.
All right.
Which
you
like
want to
about
go
this
first?
film,
You want to
Titus?
go? All right.
Oh,
The
you
good
have to
to
go
me.
first.
Okay. The good to me is the combat scenes. As always, were top notch. I thought they were all really well done. I liked the Red Hulk build up, and I won't say I'm torn on how I feel about the Red Hulk development, because I don't think Ross is someone who deserved a like sympathetic rollout.
I did not understand that at all. I did not understand this whole Thunderbolt, like this whole Ross. I'm a good guy, and I want
Yeah,
to, and I was
I
like,
wanted to stay alive. I just wanted to stay alive, so I
and
took the
here's the
pills,
thing.
and he tricked me.
Here's the thing, right? I literally watched The Incredible Hulk in preparation for this film.
Yes,
Like I literally
he's a jerk.
and I saw some like thread points where it's like, yes, he does love his daughter. Like one of the last
For
things
sure. No, he absolutely loves Betty. He absolutely loves her. It's
I
not
believe the
without a
last
doubt.
thing he says in the film to his daughter is, because his daughter is pretty much like, I don't ever want to talk to you again. And he says, the only reason you're not in handcuffs and being sent away with Bruce is because you're my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like,
which was facts too.
yeah,
Honestly,
100%. So like, I understand that he loves his daughter. But this is also the same man that was behind the Sokovia Accords, and the same
yep,
man that wanted to get rid of the Avengers. Like,
yep.
I don't think, and this is the same man that was essentially using the leader, which to get
For
his
his
way
own benefit,
to
yes.
become president. He had a
And
slave.
then
He
when it
pretty much
was and then when it was time to give him that pardon, he was like,
when it
can't do
was
all that.
time to give the slave his freedom, he said no. Like there's a
No.
lot of parallels to slave. I don't know, man. And the
Now
thing is,
also, I don't really give a fuck about leader. Uh, he was also, I think we forget, he's also a jerk. So fuck him.
he was even a jerk. He was just a weird obsessed. Yeah, he had bad morals, but he was a
Yeah,
weird obsessed. He was a mad scientist essentially.
he was. But nah, but yeah. So I'm torn on how I feel about that, but I do think the way they rolled out the Red Hulk was very well done, because when we all know something's coming, like all of us knew the Red Hulk was coming. But I do think that like doing a little tease, oh, is it gonna have like he's about to break out here? I do think that was pretty well put together. I think they did pretty well with the mystery with the storyline behind why is he the Red Hulk? Because to me, I felt like he was the Red Hulk because he hated the Hulk, so he wanted to become that in case shit got
Okay.
real.
Okay.
That was my initial thought going into the movie. So
Got
to
you.
know that
Got
he
you.
kind of got like tricked to him, like, oh, okay, I could accept that, except I don't have sympathy for him.
Yeah.
Watching this white man, I ain't like watching that rich white man empire crumble in front of him was fantastic to me. I enjoyed that. Was good. That was good to me. Like, look at this man about to have a panic attack because he's a piece of shit, and the leader's about to reveal it. Let's go. Also, another quiet good. Another quiet good. This is a Twitter Kendrick Lamar fan reach. You ready for it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Notice how the Red Hulk didn't come out until that black woman told him, "I can't let you do something."
Yeah.
You caught that? You peeped that?
Yeah, I did. That was hilarious.
The Red Hulk wasn't here, and he said, "I can't let you." He said, "You can't let me," and that was the last straw. A
Oh
black
my
woman telling that
God.
man she can't let him finish his press conference. That was it for him.
What
That
was
was
that?
done.
What was that character's name,
She don't have a name,
bro? And this is my
and
fucking
I'm so serious.
problem.
I'm so
No, and
serious. She didn't have a
this
name.
is
She didn't have a
yo.
name.
This film, man. You would
We're on the
think.
good. We're on the good right now. We're on the good right now. Okay.
All
All right. We're on the good. Wait. Hold
right.
on. We'll get to that. All right.
Um.
So something else I like actually, because the thing about Sam Wilson's Captain America, and I'm going through this internal battle during the. I'm like, man, this don't feel like a Cap. Like the fighting don't feel the same as the Cap movies. But then like halfway through, I realized that that's right. This is like a more relatable hero
He's
because
human.
he's not necessarily he's not a superhero. Like
He's
he
human.
really got to get these wins out the mud. Like he has to really earn these W's and be on point and sharp at all times. Like
Yeah.
Cap could slip up a little bit because I'm a superhuman. You shoot me, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? But Sam Wilson got to really get these wins out the gutter, like out the real dirt,
Yeah.
because he doesn't have super serum in his body. So like he can't afford. So if he messes up, he gets stabbed, which has happened to him multiple times in this movie. He got stabbed a lot, so much.
but he good though.
He's good. He's good. They weren't vitals. They weren't vital stab wounds. They weren't vital stab wounds. They ain't even vital.
Vibranium.
Yeah,
Hey,
facts.
hey,
The power of vibranium.
hey, by the way, her name is Leela Taylor, the Secret Service agent.
They never said her name once in the movie. That name never got said.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think throughout the movie, I felt more excited with Sam when he would get wins. I'm like, yo, like this a regular nigga that just know how to fight a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty cool to see. And I felt that way. I actually felt that way before he addressed like that he wish he would have got the serum. I started feeling that way before then. But then hearing him talk about it made it hit even better. So I think that was really well done. I think him telling Torres that talking about this one of first as being black in any type of career as a first, and the extra pressure of like I'm glad y'all talked about that. Need to be spoken on because we all know that feeling. And I thought they did it in a way that wasn't.
I don't know.
I didn't feel it. It didn't feel pandering to me. It didn't feel pandering.
No,
it felt well done. It didn't feel corny. I'll say it didn't feel corny to me.
It didn't feel corny. Actually, it didn't feel corny. I just felt like,
which is all I ask. If you gotta do some
yeah.
black shit, just don't be corny, please.
I just felt like the story. We're still on the good. Go ahead. I just don't feel like it was earned. Like I don't feel like this story.
It's earned if you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, which is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I think is that all my good? I think that's everything I got for good. But yeah, shout out to Captain America: Civil War 2. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your good.
I guess there's not much for me to add. For me, I would say Anthony Mackie.
I'm glad you said that. No, this felt like good. This felt like good Marvel humor, and I appreciate that. Like natural Marvel humor.
And I felt like Sam pretty much embodies the values of Captain America in a sense. You know what I'm saying? He does the right thing. He's not loyal to the country. He's loyal to the values. He's not loyal to people. He's loyal to principles. These are the standards that I always like to support in life. So like, even though like obviously for those who haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the series, there are moments where this level of empathy can be like mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point of like terrorist sympathizing. But in this film, we don't get none of that. He doesn't see. He still sees the potential and good for Ross, which is why he was the one that was able to calm him down in the climax of the film. Which again, another good thing to add to why Sam Wilson is Captain America.
I'm sorry. Another good I had for it. Calming the Hulk down by reminding him of his daughter is so much better than, hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. God, I hate that so much. Oh, I despise sun's getting real low so much. But continue. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I was the Hulk, you put Natasha Romanoff in front of me and things change too. Like I'm just like I don't. The science makes sense. The math adds up. Like I don't like the math. Like
the math don't add up because when you show your work, it wasn't that with Scarlett Johansson. It was that she said, "Hey, big guy, sun's getting real low."
Yeah.
And
that means it's about to be nighttime.
And the sun was never setting in any of these scenes either. It was bright as fuck outside. But continue.
Titus, it's about to be nighttime though.
But it wasn't in Sokovia.
It don't matter.
The sun was bright as hell.
He's a big green dummy. Like it doesn't matter.
Nah.
It's about to be nighttime and it gets him happy. That makes that like come on, bro. I know you understand that logic, bro.
Nah, sun's getting real low was ass, and I've never liked it. Even as an old Age of Ultron fan, I hate that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Bruce and Natasha either, but
it was so awkward.
Another good. I feel like Harrison Ford was a solid replacement for William Hunt.
Yes.
Personally, I'm not gonna front. I would have loved to see William Hunt in this role.
He would
I
have
think
bodied it.
oh
He
my
would have
god,
bodied it.
I really like William Hunt is one of the most underrated castings in the MCU. He just embodies
1000%.
that of that pretty much that archetype of that soldier that's trying to that knows better than everyone and is trying to kind of sort of
Yes.
save the world in their kind of weird
Yes.
brain.
And it's
Um,
not even like Harrison Ford. Like I said, Harrison Ford did really good, but it's like it's harder to come into that role as a secondary as the second guy
yeah,
when we know like how good the first guy was with it.
yeah. And like you said, I like that it's a grounded story. Um, it's a very simplistic, and I'm saying this in a good way. It's like refreshingly simplistic. Like me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I like
Mm-hmm.
things with depth, but I also understand that there are films that are supposed to just be bang bang, thank you, man. Like it's like get straight to the point, and this film is one
Yes.
of those films where it gets straight to the point sometimes, like sometimes. So there's no a lot of people complain, yo, the multiverse is ruining the MCU. The multiverse is ruining superhero films. Well, here's your non-MCU film, folks. And I just want to
Yep.
say this: there's been four Rotten Tomatoes, Rotten MCU projects, right? None of them are multiverse projects. Not
Mm.
one of them.
Mm.
But
That's a
I want
lot.
to another good thing. Action. You said the action. So for me, this is going to
Yes.
be good and bad, right? And here's the good part. The good is exactly what you said: is that they're doing the best that they can. Like Sam,
Right.
Sam doesn't have it's not super soldier, so they're trying to balance it out with everything they can, which is pretty much vibranium. Um, and that's and his wings, so it's pretty much vibranium in his
Yeah.
wings. Um,
And he's a little more he has to be a little more tactical, which is
yeah, he
interesting.
has
You see
to.
him being tactical in fights.
So I like that in terms of like it's good for a political thriller. But what we're getting on later is that I don't think it's up to the standards of a Captain America superhero movie, and
It's fair. It's
and
fair.
that's it is what it is. He's not super soldier. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I think my last positive is probably Isaiah Bradley. Um, he was kind of the
Legend.
emotional core of like the best episodes in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, particularly episode 2. If you haven't seen that series, that episode and episode 4 alone are worth watching. And episode
Facts.
5 too. Episode 5 is good as well.
Facts.
Um, so yeah, Isaiah Bradley was good from the when he's being chased down after the presidential assassination failed attempt, and they finally get to him, and he's like, I can't go back. I can't go.
Right.
Like that really hit me when they tackled him to the ground and they had him in handcuffs, and he's begging them not to ruin the suit that he was in because that was the same suit that he was had when he married his or when he either when he married or when he's met
Yeah.
his late lover who passed
Ruth. Yeah.
away
Yeah.
while he was in her name is Ruth.
I thought he said Ruth.
Well,
Yes, her
that's
name was
the
Ruth.
her name's Ruth too. That's awesome. So that's the name of the character of the Israeli character as well, I believe. Or maybe I'm tripping. Um, but yeah, that moment, and then the third moment I'm thinking about that really resonated with me was when Sam went to see him in jail, and
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah's pretty much like, yo, if you want to help me, don't do nothing, get away from here. And it's pretty much that feeling of hopelessness. Like he had when he wasn't forced to do the comedy shit, because I'm not gonna front the comedy scene where when Sam brings Torres to meet him for training, none of that comedy shit for me landed like personally. It did not. I didn't find it funny for like for real. But when we got to that serious shit, when we got to the party on, I felt like they really let Bradley or let that Lumley be the Bradley we saw in Falcon and Winter Soldier,
I thought the
and
scene
that
was
was great.
cool. I thought the meeting was cool. It was nice. I think it was nice to see Bradley not being serious for once because he's never had a chance to laugh or we never seen that man smile.
Yeah,
You know, I was like, oh, he smiles. He's happier now. So I enjoyed it for that reason.
yeah. I was happy to see him smile. I just felt like, and this was one of the bads we're gonna get to. I just felt like the script and the dialogue for this movie is just really
Oh
like
no, no.
corny. It's like really corny and really flat. Like it's really like a
But Captain
basic
America's
action
corny.
movie.
Captain
Nah,
America's
but
corny.
nah,
So
some like this is like different kind of like this is like different kind of corny, bro. Like I'm not like the dialogue in the fight scenes. Like we have one where I believe it's they're trying to get the vibranium back, no, the adamantium back from the Japanese, and obviously
Not from
the first
Japanese, from the what's it called? Not Japanese, from the
from the Serpent Society,
yeah,
from Serpent Society, who stole it from the Japanese. Um,
yes.
and then there's the fight sequence where with this one guy who's strong for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but he's strong, and it's like he's like, "Yo, I bet you break easy," and then Sam punches him 3 times and says, "Not that easy." Like I don't like what? Like why is that like that's not a fire rebuttal, bro. That's not a fire rebuttal. There's moments where we knock Sam to the
It,
ground. Is like
that's
lead.
some Steve that's some Steve Rogers would have said.
No, he wouldn't. I'm like I like the Russo.
Are
The
are
Russo,
you serious? Hold on. Are you serious,
bro. The Russo brothers would
Mister
never.
Mister? His whole song was I can do this all day. Y'all love
Yeah,
that shit. Y'all love that whack ass shit.
that's better than not that. Like I don't know why you're trying to compare. Like that's not.
Nah, the
That's
rebuttal was
not.
fine. It
That
it
was
fit
not
it
a
fit
fun
it fit
rebuttal
the
at
theme.
all.
I said it was fine. I said it was fine. The rebuttal fits like everything I believe about Cap and that Captain America's corny. It fitted for me.
Yeah, I
Not gonna
don't.
lie.
This film, it did. I did see because Captain America is like one of those like
He don't even
Steve.
curse. Steve Rogers didn't even curse. Remember language?
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah, but that's to me that's like character. That's his character having like that. Like the Russo brothers have an idea for this nigga. I just didn't feel that way with the script here, man. I didn't feel like it was really good in terms of dialogue. A lot of it felt even the exposition. This is where when we get to the bad and the ugly. The exposition in this film
Yes.
is like, why are you guys? First of all, why are you guys doing a sequel to Incredible Hulk? It's been 15 years and it's not a well received film. Why is that the sequel? Why is that sequel being like burdened onto fucking Sam Wilson in his very first Captain America film? Like, why are you giving him this burden? Because first of all, he's not even a real like Captain America villain, really. Like, we're just putting him here because Red Hulk
That's
is
correct.
cool. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I agree. Okay, cool. I like that. He's cool, and Sam Wilson is cool. Even though the fighting the power gap is enormous, and you kind of have to make yourself like believe nonsense sometimes to make it work. But whatever.
Vibranium is
But
the most powerful resource on
it
Earth.
is. It is. It
You know
is.
what I'm saying?
It is. It is. It can do anything. Even
Yes.
even even when it's no longer protecting you, it can still protect you. Even when
Yeah.
when both of your wings explode and you no longer have a helmet and your whole body smashes into a car head first, it can protect you
He still had
because
one
you are
wing.
cap.
He still had one wing on.
But remember, didn't he smash it into Incredible Hulk into Ross, and then it exploded?
Are you talking about the very end?
Yeah,
At like the end of the fight? Oh,
yeah.
probably
And
at
then
the end of the fight.
he got up.
He was buried under rubble, but they helped him get up.
Right, he
I'm
got
saying
up with no helmet, with no vibranium
he's
wings.
he's about at the very end of the fight, right?
Yeah, after right
Oh
before
yeah.
right before you had to tell
Right before he had to calm
tell
down.
yeah right before you had to tell Red Hulk that the sun's going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Vibranium.
Vibranium. Yeah, but let's go to the bad. Go ahead with your bad.
No, I'm sorry, that's gonna be in the ugly. The bad to me was we wasted Giancarlo Esposito.
I forgot he was
Wasted
in this
him.
fucking movie.
Yeah,
I
because we
forgot he
wasted
was in
him
this fucking movie.
because he was wasted. What else? In terms of dialogue, Harrison Ford, the big reel being like, why are you taking pills? Because I was dying. I had heart failure. You're a rich white man. They can figure out heart failure.
Oh my god.
What kind of heart failure did you have? You're rich and white. You work for the government, bro.
Man.
Like, okay, all right. I thought, what else? That was dialogue that I thought was trash. The Asian lady, she ended up being cool, but like I don't.
What Asian lady?
The Asian lady. This is head security for the president.
Oh, the Black Widow.
Yeah, the former Black Widow. I thought it was a cool.
Yeah,
That was a cool thing to
Ruth.
give. That was a cool thing to give her. But I don't know. It all came together too fast, so it was like hard to care. What else did I like about this
actually,
movie?
I
I'm trying to
just
think.
want to.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that a lot of things were cut from this film, including like Ruth. Ruth was supposed to have is in a comics in a Israeli superhero. Obviously when we got Win.
Oh, I
That
remember that now. I remember that now. They had to cut a lot of that. Yeah,
yep.
you're right. You're right. I remember that now. I remember that now. So you know, what? I'm gonna forgive him for that. I'm gonna forgive him for that because that was above them. That wasn't
I'm gonna
fully in
keep it
their
up.
control.
Yeah, I mean it was. Why y'all
Was it though?
why'd y'all pick why'd y'all pick her? Like
I mean,
y'all could have picked
boy,
anyone.
don't forget this movie was in development way before things
No,
took the
I
turn they did.
understand. No, I understand. I'm not saying
Yeah,
why'd y'all pick her in terms of like the timing. In terms of one, the character is like a second, like a third tier character at best, right? But two, she's already a controversial comic book character. Like, why would you even like go there anyway? You know what I'm saying?
is
It's
she?
those are
I don't know anything about her comic book history.
yeah.
She's controversial.
The reason she got backlash is because her comic book character already had like this Israeli propaganda, kind of like racist undertones. So
Oh,
like
okay.
so when people caught wind that she was going to be in the film because it got leaked, that's when they got that's when the backlash came, and then the other side backlash because they're like, wait a minute, don't erase our history, don't change her into not being Israeli anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So obviously it was just like a decision that could have been avoided. Like it literally could have been any Black Widow random character that you could just make up because honestly, it's not relevant. She has no fandom. There's no money in that IP. No one knows who the fuck Ruth is. Like it was pointless. But obviously, they had to cut all of that shit out, and she was supposed to be one of the main supporting characters. It seems she's on the poster. She has a suit on her poster, so
She
a
was
lot of
shooting the
her.
movie. I was like, oh, she got a suit. Why she got a suit? Okay,
What
she
color was the
showed up
suit?
in it. Blue.
I think on the
It
poster
was
she
like
has like
white and
white.
blue. It was like white and blue. It was like white and blue.
Oh, okay. So I guess all
It
right,
shows up.
cool. So
Yeah, it shows up near the end. It shows up near the end.
okay, so I guess she just still. All right, there
I
we
don't think
go.
she did. I literally don't think she did anything in the suit. They showed her in the suit really quickly.
She didn't do no fighting scenes in the suit.
Not that I remember. Not that I recall.
Okay, so supposedly she'd have fighting scenes in the suit.
Yeah,
Um, there's an idea that Isaiah Bradley might have shooted it up as well, but that's less locked in.
I thought
Um,
Patriot was in this film.
no, he's not, bro. Patriots is being man. That's a bad too. No Patriot.
Yeah, I was confused as to why. I for sure thought I was in the movie like the whole time. Like he's in this movie, and then he never was. Like, I thought he was in the movie.
No Patriot.
But
No
then, yeah,
Patriot.
that's in the bad. That's in the bad.
We've been setting up the Young Avengers for 15 years now,
Facts.
and we don't got the one black guy. Because
Nope.
you already got rid of Kang because you already know that Iron Lad is Kang.
Yeah, I'm like that's a wrap.
They getting rid of whatever. At least we got Billy. Um, yes, and then okay. So what else you have for the bad?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. What else didn't I like? I'm trying to think. What I see. The thing is, I have more ugly. Well, the ugly I have is too major, and the bad is just like like
It's
that
hard
was
for me
bad.
to.
I thought Leader was. I actually enjoyed Leader. I thought Leader
Okay,
was good.
okay.
I had a problem with Leader at all, really. I think my only problem, my bad. Oh, here's my bad. When you talk about dialogue and stuff, when he was on the phone with Ross, I'm like, nigga, take the headset off. For one, you could just take the headset off, and this can
Yes,
stop.
yes.
But secondly, why did his attempted brainwashing sound like ASMR?
Yeah,
You caught
yeah. I don't
that?
know. We saw on the Ross
Yeah,
on yeah,
on the headset. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
When Ross was on the fleet, on the big fleet, right in the ocean,
yeah. When he's getting mad and
he was
squeezing
like,
things.
yeah, yeah. He was like, let it go. I'm like, hey, yo, pause. It's wrong. This is weird.
Yo, and he from New York too. You should know.
You should know better. Like
You
it
should
turned.
know.
It was like I didn't know if I was in an erotica or if I was in
Oh
a
my
Marvel
god.
movie. I was confused. I didn't like the way
Oh
he was
my
talking to
god.
him. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I thought that was. I thought the audio. I thought the writing there was bad.
man. See, the thing about this good, bad, and ugly format is tough for me is because
You hate
I
everything.
no, actually don't. But I think everything about this film has a good, bad, and ugly. Like for example, if we talk about like the Red Hulk, the good is that I think the fighting scene at the end was a good fighting scene.
I
Like
agree with that. I agree with that.
I think it was a very good fighting scene. Um,
I was concerned with that scene too, going into the movie. I don't know how we're gonna make this an interesting fight. It's Red Hulk and Captain and a human.
yeah, you just gotta
I
believe.
think it'd be good. Yeah, and I don't have problems spending belief in these movies. I really don't.
When like I love seeing the visual of the Hulk flying from the White Hulk from the White House.
Yes.
I didn't know Hulk could jump that far, but
Yeah.
he's a new
No,
he's
you watched Incredible Hulk, didn't you?
no, I
He
did.
did a lot of remember he did a
No,
lot of jumping.
no, he did a lot of jumping, but this is like a Hulk 2.0. I've never seen because
Oh
this
yeah,
nigga's
I think
jumping
Red Hulk.
far.
I think Red Hulk is like a stronger. I think he's supposed to be stronger than Hulk. I think that's why was supposed to make the fights interesting.
Well, the one
I
thing that
think.
primarily differentiates him is that he's so as we see like when he turns to the Red Hulk, part of his like clothing is kind of like sizzling off his body, and that's because
Yeah.
he kind of has like some fire power to him. Um, so like we even saw like some of the cherry blossoms burn on his shoulder,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
but when he caught one in his palm and got about Betty, that didn't happen. So
Right.
yeah, the good is that I think the fighting scene was good. The bad is that I felt like he was in far too little of the movie. Like
I
I
agree.
genuinely, you know what I'm saying? Like
I agree.
and the
That felt
ugly.
like a real budget decision.
Well,
And
here's the thing, and this is
yeah.
where, and I kind of this is my fault. I feel like I should have gone more into the history of this film prior until we got into it. Is that this film went through a lot of reshoots. At one
Facts.
point of time, this was essentially a different film. Um, the
He wasn't in the
character,
movie at one point in time.
The character that Esposito plays, was not originally on the film. He was added in the
Right.
reshoots. Originally in that role, kind of sorta, was WWE superstar Seth Rollins. His entire role was cut. You know what I'm saying? Along with the role of Diamondback, which was pretty much his female, second in command. So
Yo,
originally,
imagine taking time out from WWE to film a movie and they'd be like, hey, it ain't coming out.
and if memory serves me correctly, I think that happened to Becky Lynch as well. I think maybe in Love and Thunder or something of that nature.
Really?
Yeah,
WWE's never sent this to anybody again. We're done.
yeah. I mean, we all know WWE desperate to be part of the zeitgeist. So like
That's true too.
they'll do it again. They'll send somebody. They'll send what's that boy name? LA Knight.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my,
LA Knight and
you just upset me.
Spider-Man 4. It's happening now.
Don't
Um,
don't do that. Don't put
you
that
don't
in
like
the air.
you don't like LA Knight.
I hate
Um,
LA Knight. Don't play with me.
um.
Fucking
So
Timu Rock
and then
and
and then the
Aldi brand Stone Cold. I
Austin.
hate that nigga. I
Oh
hate that.
man.
Aldi Austin is crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say Audie Austin. What I was gonna say, and then the ugly for a Red Hulk is that. Oh, actually, let me do one more thing for the bad. I don't
Yeah.
know if I like because we again, like you said, I don't really buy this theory that this Ross wants to be a good guy rollout. Like I don't buy it. Like I don't feel like
Like you said about things being earned, that did not feel earned at all.
so that's
Like
where
all my memories of you are being a jerk. Like
the worst,
the literal world was falling apart. Like niggas was showing up in ships and taking
bro,
stones and shit.
bro,
He
bro.
saw Cap and said, "Yo, arrest that nigga."
Yeah, rest
All
that
of them. Like,
boy.
huh?
And yeah, he told Cheeto, who was at the time a scroll Cheeto, get
Yeah.
him, boy. Yo, that was scroll Cheeto. Like that was really a different
No, it wasn't. Secret Invasion is not canon.
Secret Invasion, man. Okay, and
It's
then
not
here's
canon.
the ugly for Red Hulk is that the entire marketing. See, this is where it's hard for me, right? Because I know that
Mm-hmm.
you said the build up for Hulk was good, and it might have actually been good. But for me, it was ruined because the entire marketing, every single trailer, every single thing you saw about this film made it a Captain America versus Red Hulk film. Like there was
It did.
no other storyline in the fucking trailers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Red Hulk is in like 12 minutes of the film.
And yeah, it's one of those things like honestly, I didn't expect Red Hulk to be in more than that. I fully went in this movie thinking it'd be like it's gonna be one fight versus Red Hulk. Because Red Hulk's not a villain when you can do the Sam Wilson got his ass beat. But he came back. Because if Sam Wilson gets his ass beat by the Red Hulk, he's dead. He's literally a dead man.
For audience though, Titus doesn't really watch the trailers like that. He tends to typically try to avoid them. You know what I'm saying? They've been bombarding my feed, and it's literally just
the problem was the NFL playoffs. That's what made me see a lot. But even then, I'm like, he's not gonna be in that much of the movie. I feel like they're probably showing me half the cool fight scenes here. And actually, I forgot to say, for Captain America, I actually did watch trailers because I was so scared the movie was gonna be bad. I needed it. I was like, please.
Oh yeah, we actually thought that's actually true.
Yeah. Because the thing with this movie, and I said the reason they revealed they revealed the Red Hulk is because this movie had so much negative publicity. They had no choice but to show the bomb. They had no other option but to show it.
Yeah. Yo, they refilmed the movie.
Literally,
like
the entire movie.
I think the reason, like, maybe like if the idea was, yo, we're not going to show Red Hulk that much originally, after they realized the first movie was bad, I think they feel like they had no choice but to meet the Red Hulk. Like,
Yeah,
we gotta sell this. So
Yeah.
it's like, I get it, but I mean, Marvel is desperate right now, man.
Oh yeah,
and
but I think the desperation will end very soon.
I don't know. We got Thunderbolts next.
When July 25th hits, we are back.
We got Thunderbolts next, though.
But when July hits, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When we get to July, we good. We just got to get there.
I'm being cautiously optimistic. I'm being cautious. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I you know what I'm saying. I don't.
Oh, speaking of I'm sorry. Speaking of, I want to give an ugly. I want to give an ugly shout out to the person that was sitting 2 seats away from me in the theater.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the movie, at the post-credit scene, they were like, "Wait, so they're not have RDJ in this movie? Why the fuck would they have Doctor Doom in this movie? What would that have done?"
To what, Brave New World?
Don't be stupid. Yeah.
Why would they do that?
That's what I'm saying. They're like, they're not gonna show RDJ. No, they're not gonna show RDJ in this movie. Why the fuck would they do? That'd be dumb. Why would they do that here?
They can't afford that money. They can't afford that.
That's for you. Be lucky to get him in Fantastic Four at the end.
I ain't going for it. If we don't in Fantastic Four, I'm hot. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
If they put him in there.
If they don't.
Oh, if he's not. Oh yeah, no, I agree. But you know what I'm saying. Like why would you expect that in this movie? That has no place in this movie.
Yeah, they can't afford. They can't afford that, bro. They're paying him $100 million for 2 movies. Like, I don't think niggas understand how much that money. Like, $100 million for 2 movies, private jet, and pretty much a place for his family to stay. Like, I don't think we're in the same
reminds
world.
me. The other good, the Secret Wars teaser was fine. It's not teaser. That.
Oh man!
At the post credit scene, it's not that like it was like a good post credit scene. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, it's happening. But I did like the idea of leader being like, how you gonna feel when you gotta fight people from other people want to save they planet? I like that kind of talk.
Yeah.
Like the idea that like, oh, you're the hero here, but they got a world too they want to save. I'm like, yeah, that's like the crux of Secret Wars and why it's gonna be fascinating. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited for that type shit. So I was glad to see that get a little mention. I thought that was solid. But that's it. That's all I want to say there. Oh, my one big ugly. Are we on ugly? Or am I cut you off too much? I'm being a bad podcast host today. I'm sorry.
For the leader, I just want the leadership.
Yes.
Like I said, this is the thing. I was good, bad, and ugly for literally every single element about this film. Like, the leader. The good about the leader is that I don't actually. You know what? I think I might hate the leader. You know, and I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think.
Oh.
And here's the ugly, and here's one of the biggest uglies of this film, and I feel like, and this is pretty much why this film isn't a good film. Pretty much. There is not really any real suspense in this film at any point. There's not any point where I feel like, what is happening here? Like, I feel like the leader thing from pretty much the jump of the film, if you're aware that he's in the film anyways, it's pretty like clear that he's doing this, you know, that he's behind this, and it's a plot hole, not a plot hole, it's a question that's answered pretty quickly. The Red Hulk stuff again, trailer ruined that, and the leader being behind the Red Hulk shit, right? They gave the leader, here's the ugly, they gave the leader too much importance in this film, because essentially he is important. He is behind all of the Civil War shit. The Sokovia Accords, he is not responsible for that. Anything that's Roth was responsible for after the Incredible Hulk, the leader is responsible for. And which is a cool idea in terms of, like, he's a big comic figure and shit. But in terms of the story that we got, I don't really care about the leader that much after. Like, I don't want to see him again. I don't want to see the leader.
You know what? I didn't look at it that I thought when he started running for president is when he started leaning on him more.
No, so that's
That's what I took it as.
that's why the leader
Am I
wanted his
wrong?
revenge. Yeah, so leader wanted his revenge. So essentially, what happened in 2011, but in the 2008's Incredible Hulk,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
after the Harlem event, after Stern, in the rest helps create the abomination.
Right.
Ross blames everything on
On
Stern,
Stern, I remember that. Yeah, I remember they said
everything on
that. Yeah,
Stern,
yeah. He got
and it
scapegoated.
keeps
Oh, I
he
said okay.
kept and
Yeah,
this is why
yeah,
again where the
yeah,
plot of
yeah. Okay.
the plot of the film doesn't really make sense because you're trying to convince the audience that Ross is going through a redemption path, but at the
Right.
same time your secondary, who's actually your primary villain, is a victim throughout the entire sequence to Ross. So how are you really going to tell this redemption story? Like it
They
doesn't
were,
really
yeah, these were two irredeemable jerks. It's just one
like.
got cheated more. I was supposed to feel for him.
And honestly, the one that got the one that's more redeemable. I mean, the one that's more like of a victim
Justified?
is Stearns. It's
Yeah,
Stearns.
for sure. No,
You know what I'm
Stearns
saying?
Stearns has justified all his feelings.
So yeah. So after that event, he blames it on Stearns, and he keeps Stearns as a prisoner. And also, he added more gamma to Stearns' brain. So Stearns was like
And
already
more
bad.
gamma. And
Yeah.
more
Oh,
more gamma.
yo,
My fault.
yo. So yeah, the more gamma. So he's pretty much adding on to this like weird probability power that Stern has, which is pretty whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that. Which is wrong a lot. Which is it's wrong. It's wrong a lot. Like cool. So like that whole story is like it's interesting when you talk about it, but in the film itself, and when you think about like how much impact it has, it's too much impact.
No, I think
it,
yeah, because you know what? Because I took it as because I didn't think back to the Incredible Hulk fully because I don't even remember the leader in Incredible Hulk. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that nigga at all because I haven't watched that
yeah,
movie
yeah,
in ages. But I didn't take it that far back, so I'm thinking when he brought someone president, they started using him. But it does go that far back. Now I'm thinking about how the movie played. I'm like, oh, that is kind of yeah.
you would think
That's
you
very
would
scroll Rhodey was a scroll in
yes,
Infinity
yes,
in
yes,
Endgame.
100%,
It's very much that.
100%. And you would think if the leader, like the type of impact that type of like storyline gives somebody, you would think this nigga is doomed. Like, what do you?
No, honestly, the movie made me like this movie made me want a leader versus Doom fight or conversation. It did. It
Shit.
didn't make me want that. It made me
We
want
might,
that. Not gonna
we
lie.
might, we might get that conversation in Doomsday.
I think we should. I think the way they rolled it out for him being aware of the Secret War shit, them having to rely on leader to help them against Doom is interesting.
Yeah,
It's an interesting idea to me.
yeah.
I think it's an
They
interesting
won't.
concept.
It's yeah. It's if they didn't have Reed, leader would be the next best option.
Yeah.
But but, but
We don't know when Reed's gonna get here, so we don't know
that's
what
true.
timeline Reed's in. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
That's true.
I think there's a lot of interesting threads they can pull here. With that, and I think
I'm gonna see
adding
what it's
leader
about.
to it's a thing. You know what it is?
Yeah,
It's in WWE shit where it's keep throwing niggas in matches. He's like, damn, who
yeah.
gonna fight at WrestleMania? I'll watch all these at WrestleMania. It's one of those right now with
I,
me. Um,
for the
what was
record,
I
I
gonna?
don't.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
do not want. I do not want to see the leader in Doomsday. For the record,
I
I
do.
think Marvel. I think Marvel has to learn a lesson from this film that just because you open a plot point, you don't have to finish it, bro. Like we did not need that. We did not need that leader continuation. 15 years. You're late. You're late, Marvel.
I
Like that. We're fate. That was the second movie. Yo, Titus, this is the second movie of the
hmm?
MCU. It's the craziest part. I just thought about this. The Incredible Hulk was the second film in the MCU.
It was
The
continuity,
leader
man.
Stearns was the second secondary, not even secondary, third like tertiary like villain in the MCU. We are
Right.
now on, we haven't seen him since then. We are now on the 35th project. Captain America, Sam Wilson is on his very first project. And this is what we're doing. This is what like why is this the story here?
So I don't disagree, but here's my thing. I don't know where else they could have gone to make this movie compelling for Sam Wilson because I think this is the first. This is a unique problem they had with the Captain America thing is that they had to make it compelling without the people that made it compelling to begin with. Like, there's very little Bucky here. There's obviously no Steve Rogers
Oh my
here.
god,
Like,
that's another thing.
I
Yeah,
don't. It's
no
hard. I feel
Bucky.
like it's hard to make a non-super soldier compelling.
Yes,
Somebody who was a secondary character. I think this is something that's easy to do in comic books, right? It's very simple to do this in comic books. In movies, this is a much tougher task.
but also one of even in comics books, one of the key things, or one of the key elements, or one of the key like things that you add to help those type of characters is good supporting cast. And this film lacks it. It lacks that
You only
good
had
like
it. You only had an
when
hour and five. You only had an hour and 10 minutes, man.
Winter Soldier crazy. Winter Soldier, bro. And this is where it's like this film is it's like Winter Soldier light, but that's like generous. Like that's
No,
generous,
no.
right?
This film. No. That's one of my. This film is the Incredible Hulk 1.5 slash Civil War 2 slash the Winter Soldier.
Bro,
Why the Civil War 2? You asked Justin.
why is it Civil War 2?
Um, the new Captain America's friend being brainwashed into killing someone important, and them trying to prove he was innocent.
Yes, exactly. Yes, bro. Yes. Yes,
And then
bro.
Baron Zemo, aka the leader, starting a war.
Bro. You're literally, bro. It gets deeper. It gets deeper, bro.
That was ugly for me. I'm
No,
like, yo, this is every Captain America movie in one.
bro. It gets, bro, yeah. Even the Winter Soldier shit, right? Even the Winter Soldier
Yep.
when they have to go find Zolo in who's a supercomputer now.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the same vibe as finding the leader in Camp Echo One. Like,
The only thing about Zola is that's accurate. That's comic book accurate. I just don't like
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I didn't
I
have
don't
to with that.
enjoy
I'm not
that.
gonna.
I
Yeah,
don't enjoy that at all.
that goes beyond my suspense. Like when we get to that
Right.
supercomputer, I'll put my brain in a supercomputer. I don't resonate with that. I'm not
Yeah.
with that.
I need that's something that's one of those things that like belongs in comics, not in my movie.
Oh my god, bro.
But this also is a thing where like if we were this movie would have benefited from Hydra being a thing. Our captain could benefit from Hydra being, but Hydra's gone. Serpent Society isn't really established here. We don't know what they got going on.
Oh my god.
It's just a lot of this was a difficult rollout for them,
I'm being
and it came at a bad time.
I'm
Like
getting
it
more
came at a
upset.
time where Marvel trust is at an all time low. I think they
And
did the
they
best.
deserved it.
They
They
I won't say
deserved
they
it.
do. I won't say they did the best.
They didn't.
I think they did a solid job with what they could do.
They did a solid job with the
Mm-hmm.
limitations that they willingly put on themselves.
I'm not saying they didn't, but
No.
ultimately they are slaves to the consumer, and I don't think the consumers I don't think consumers give a fuck about Sam Wilson, man. I really don't.
I'm gonna keep it a
I
buck
genuinely
though.
don't.
I agree with you, but like I don't think that can't be changed. And I don't think this was a film like this isn't a film where you can hang your hat on and be like, you know what? You see, you still don't care about Sam. Like, no, you didn't give them a good enough film. Like, we just rewatched Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? Did
Yes.
we leave this film knowing anything more about fucking Sam Wilson? I don't. I
I
know nothing more.
I saw a little bit of character growth here. A little bit.
Where?
So to me, and you spoke to it a little bit earlier, in Captain Falcon, he is hopelessly naive. In this, Isaiah was like, "Yo, you gonna work for the president?" Like, nah, I got somebody on him. Like, I don't know if he's gonna change, but I'm not. He was basically saying that like Ross probably won't change. I'll give him the chance, but I'm still going to be cautious around him, right? Which I don't think the Sam Wilson of Falcon and the Winter Soldier would have done that. He would have blindly trusted that. And like, I'll start the Avengers right now, sir. I'll do it today. Yeah,
Yep.
let's go.
I agree with that, but I feel like there was no like within the film of Brave New World itself, there was
Mm-hmm.
no like progression of that, right? Like he started the film like that immediately, and he was like that through the entire film. So essentially,
You missed the time jump in the beginning of the movie. You missed that
the what?
the time jump in the beginning of the movie from election to 5 months later. So he been Captain America for a little minute now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about, bro. I can't tell if you're like trolling me or not, bro. I really can't tell, bro.
What you mean?
I can't tell you trying to. I'm talking about on screen for real.
It was on screen. It said 5 months later on
No,
screen.
I'm talking about that, bro. I can't tell you trolling me. Though. I'm talking about
You
on
got
screen, like that we saw on Sam himself. Like there was nothing new added here, bro. Like that character evolution happened theoretically in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we saw. But in this
Right.
film itself, there was nothing added here. It was just like a standard. I feel like I was watching a standard action movie that felt again forced to like in these confines of the MCU, and it was
Yes.
making it boring by itself. Like when I tell you, yo, Sam Wilson's gonna be on Celestial Island, where the Celestial that almost pretty much destroyed Earth. It's in the middle right there, right? I tell you
Well,
that there's a red.
what the fuck is Celestial Island? That'd be my first question.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't watch the Eternals, right?
No, I watched
Then
the
I
Eternals.
no,
But
I'm
oh, you
saying
talking about the person? Yeah,
casual,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, casual
Oh, yeah,
audience,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then I also tell you that also he is going to be going against the Red Hulk, right?
Ooh, I want to watch. Oh, I want to see that. Who's
And
the
I
Red Hulk?
also tell you that this is a espionage film that's essentially going to be a political thriller or trying to find out who's behind the conspiracy. On paper, all these things sound good,
This
but
just
the
you just told me
execution,
about a James Patterson novel for real.
bruh, I'm
That's all you
crying.
really did.
But the execution on this film is just not there, bro. And the ugly is the fucking villains in this film as a group. And this is why I'm upset. Like when I talk about this film more and more, is that on film 35, I don't feel like I should still be trying to like force myself to like this film. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this movie. I did not like when I left the theaters. I'm like, huh. The best I can give this is kind of like a 6.5. But
That's
even
my
as
score.
I said 6.5, I felt
Spoiler
like
alert.
I was saying it as like a person that wanted to like the film more than he did. I Titus, I for every MCU film I've seen literally at least twice in theaters. For
Mm-hmm.
this one, I am avoiding it. I don't want to. Like I don't. I really can wait to Disney Plus. I don't. And I'm not saying it's the worst, but
Yeah.
we have 35 movies. So if we were to chop it up into thirds, so tier one, tier two, tier three, with like 11 and movies in each section,
Oh
this
yeah,
one
it's
is
in the third
it's
tier. It's
easily
in the
third,
third tier. It's in the third tier for
easily,
sure.
and it's not like high. It's not Iron Man 2. I love Iron Man 2,
I do
and that's
too.
in the third section
I
too.
do too.
Like you see the difference?
Yeah, no, it's in the third section. It's above um it's above Love
Quantumania.
and Thunder. It's above Love and Thunder. It's above Quantumania. It's above both of those.
After that, I'm struggling, bro. I'm struggling.
It's above Cap One.
I don't got it above Cap one.
It's I haven't seen
It's
Incredible Hulk in a long time. How do you have it?
I have it above Cap. I have it above Incredible Hulk.
Okay, above Incredible Hulk.
Titus. It's
What's
above.
up?
It's above Thor: Dark World for sure.
It is above Dark World's bad.
That's all right. So that's
Dark
our
World's
producer, by the
bad.
way. Who just be jumping in?
Yeah, he's not introduced at all in this first episode.
Yeah,
That's producer Perk.
Producer Perk.
Hell done, everybody.
But yeah, let me pull. I need to pull up an MCU list real quick.
No, I'm not gonna like. Is it better than Ant-Man and the Wasp? I don't think.
I
No,
like
no,
Ant-Man
it's
and the
not.
Wasp.
Huh?
I like Ant-Man and the Wasp, but it's third
It's not.
tier. But I like it.
So it's not better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, then, right? We agree.
No, it's not better. It's not better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. No.
Because right now it sounds like bottom 5. Like that's what it sounds like to me.
You know,
Like,
I was thinking as I was in the movie, I saw somebody tweet. I saw a tweet that was like, "Yo, people down this movie way too much." It's not, I can name 5 MCU movies worse. I'm like 5 not a big list, bro.
Yeah, 5 is.
5 is not a big list. Like it's not.
Bro, it's 35 of them.
Yeah. Like, okay, is it better than the Marvels?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is it better than Multiverse of Madness?
No.
I agree. I don't know Multiverse of Madness. Oh, it's probably third tier by default. Ooh, is it better? It's not better than Black Widow. It's not better than Black Widow.
It's not. I'm not gonna.
But it was probably what's fucked up. It has a similar problem as Black Widow, is that it came out at the wrong fucking time.
Yeah. The only thing. If yo, here's the thing. Ugly is that or bad is that they underuse Isaiah Bradley, right? and we
Yes.
compare it to these other films, the thing about Black Widow is that, do I care that much about the villains in fucking Black Widow? No, but the emotional connections between the characters matter to me. The emotional connections to the characters in this film don't matter to me, Titus, like at all. I don't care about Sam and Torres' friendship. I don't care about Black Secret Service
Oh,
girl. I don't care about Ruth. I don't care. I don't care, bro.
you know what?
I love Betty
Hold on.
Ross.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me finish
that
my
was
rant.
unnecessary. Yeah, my
I
bad.
love Betty Ross, right? Betty Ross, the connection, the idea that like Ross wants to be a changed man for his daughter is an idea and sentiment that connects to me greatly. Like I am a person that connects to parenthood like greatly, right? So that idea to me can work for a film. You can convince me that Ross wants to want to be in his daughter's life and is fighting for that. If you're gonna have Liv Tyler be here to play Betty Ross, make it more than a fucking 10-second cameo.
Oh, that was ugly. That was disgusting word. She's either in the
Jesus,
movie. She's either gonna be in the movie. She's not gonna be in the movie, bro. It's very
she's
simple.
not.
Um,
Go ahead.
I'm looking through this list. I'm having a hard time finding a movie. Oh, Black Widow. I think I can convince myself this is better than Black Widow because I actually do like Leader more than I like any of the villains in Black Widow. I despise everything. What they did to Taskmaster in that movie, someone should be arrested. That Taskmaster shit is some of the worst shit that ever happened in cinema, in MCU cinema.
I like. I like. I guess I like. I don't see. I don't even know if I can say I like them equally as terrible, right? Um. Here's my thing, right? I don't even like I said, Black Widow villains and the villains in Brave New World, they're both nonsense. They're both whatever. They're both trash. But I just want to know, generally, do you care about the? Because I care about Yelena a lot. Like I care when Yelena's and Nat relationship in that movie. I love that relationship. Yelena's relationship with her family and the idea of the found family aspect was really well done in that film. I don't even have anything here
So
like for that
okay.
for Sam.
So I care about Yelena, but I cared about Yelena because of Hawkeye.
So you didn't care about Yelena, but
She
so you
was
didn't see
fine
Black
in
Widow
Black
first.
Widow. No, I saw Black Widow first, and it was fine, but I didn't like feel like a connection to. I thought Yelena was a cool character, but I liked her more. Her character development hit me more in Hawkeye than it did in Black Widow. Or
Really,
her as a character, it hit me more in Hawkeye than it did in Black Widow.
I loved her in Black
And
Widow
maybe because I've
personally.
seen Hawkeye like 3 times. I watched Black Widow maybe twice. I don't think I
Yeah,
watched. No, I haven't watched Black Widow. I think I watched Black Widow once because I hated Taskmaster so much that I never watched the shit again.
yeah.
You know, I loathe Taskmaster. Like, God, they made they Fox Universe Deadpool Taskmaster, and I just cannot accept a Deadpooling of a character, a Fox Universe Deadpooling of a character. I cannot live with that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm looking at the movies. This is definitely not escaping the third tier
Oh, I do want to say something about
at
Black Widow.
all.
I do feel like the freeing of the widows was very pivotal in that movie for sure.
I mean, it been it would have made that pivotal if they would have given us like a Black Widow, a Widow spinoff or some shit like that. I don't know
Yeah.
what these women are doing. I don't know what they're doing anymore.
What you what,
Well, which is the
uh,
problem?
you know what? We don't need a Widow spinoff. You know why we don't need a Widow spinoff? Because we have a perfect property where we can use for spinoffs for all the things that niggas didn't like. Eternals, Incredible Hulk, fucking Winter Soldier. Niggas did not like these shows or movies, right? And y'all gonna fucking throw all this shit onto a black Captain America, knowing how hard it is in this fucking climate for a black Captain America to even have a successful movie. Then we're gonna give him all the Black Panther powers. he's just Black Panther in an American suit. I just like, what do
He
you
don't.
want?
No. Hold on. You
And wait,
forgot
this is
Black
my bad.
Panther. No. You forget Black Panther is also kind of a super soldier.
With the herb.
The herb. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't forget.
yeah.
Why didn't you get that nigga no herb? Why didn't you give him some wing? Why didn't you give him no herb?
Because he has this like I
Oh,
get I get
he
the
can't connect to the astral plane. He not from Wakanda. Never mind. He
I'm
can't connect to the
trying.
astral plane. That's why. That's what it was.
And there's this whole like idea where he's avoiding the serum or like becoming a hero because chasing that power is pretty much chasing superiority in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
which like
Mm-hmm.
it's a solid concept.
It
It was
is,
touched on more in Falcon and Winter Soldier than it was in this film,
and not by Sam.
and I just I don't know, man. This film really thing is that question is it as bad as you thought it was going to be, or like because for me,
Um, I will say
how did it
it.
meet your
It
expectations?
didn't.
That's a better
I was gonna
question.
say.
That's
I
how did
think it met my. I think it met my expectations, which isn't a great thing. It didn't exceed my expectations though.
yeah.
But it was
And
kind
what
of
was your
like I'm like
expectation?
this will be a fine. This will probably be just a fine action movie that I'll enjoy and go home. And the way I look at this movie, right? Because I try to look at this movie not just through my like deep MCU bag lens, but through like the lens of somebody like my dad, right? My dad likes these movies. My dad isn't connected to the stories that deeply, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, would my dad enjoy this movie? And the answer is absolutely. He would have a great time with this movie. He likes Anthony Mackie, he likes Harrison Ford. Like he would just enjoy the movie for what it is without even caring about the deeper MCU aspect of it.
Yeah.
Which I think does have, like I said, that does have some value. Um, but also like for us who look at this stuff way deeper, there's a more critical eye to have, and it's just like this was a strange film.
But the thing is
It's
that
a strange film.
Winter Soldier, Winter like thing like this type of film, and this is where I want to make sure because like every time there's something bad or anytime there's something good, people like to, me included, like to expedite the thought process. Like we want answers as quickly as possible. We overgeneralize, we simplify.
Mm-hmm.
We all do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with these type of films, it's like, how do you make the same mistakes in 2024? Like, how do you? Because every single bad film that we talk about tend to have a lot of like, yo, there's too much going on, too many villains, like there's not enough screen time. Like we talk about this shit as fans, so we know creators are aware of this, right? Like creators are not idiots. They're not so like trapped within the world. They're unaware of like reception to their own projects. So it's like, how do you make a film in this stage with as much that you have writing on it? Because we know Captain America is outside of Iron Man is their biggest brand, and now that Iron
Mm-hmm.
Man is gone, he's supposed to be their biggest brand. This movie should be treated the way they treated Winter Soldier, and I don't feel like it was treated that way.
I think
Why
that's
aren't
a.
you treating Sam Wilson that way, man?
I have an answer for you. You're not gonna like it. Well, I think
I
you will
don't.
like it. Actually, I know I said that.
Go ahead, go ahead.
The answer is our Mickey Mouse overlords.
Oh my god.
I genuinely believe that's the answer. Like, I really do think once Disney got more involved with these projects, things have gotten a little bit shakier over here. For
It's just too
one,
much. It's too
it
much.
is, it is, it is, and I also believe that like I don't know, man. I would like to see this movie before the reshoots. I want to know what they had.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to know what they had for this movie before the reshoots, because I think the reaction to a lot of the projects in this latest phase has spooked them in a strong way to where they're gonna overcorrect everything. It's not like the NFL or like sports. We like the NFL like
Yeah.
always underreacts to things, overreacts to things. Sports organization, like I think it's a classic thing where like a corporation overreacts and it makes things worse when they think they're
Mm.
making them better. Like I think that's possible here, and I do think a lot of it is Disney's fault. I'm not gonna. I think the Disney involvement has just gotten worse. I do.
This so is it Disney or Marvel?
I think it's Disney. Like I don't think Kevin Feige has as much say as he used to on this shit. I think he has say, but I think because I mean the Disney president, whatever his name is, when they had that shift of power, was real vocal about this Marvel shit. You know what I'm saying? Real vocal, and it was like, cause I remember I was talking to you about. I'm like, yo, I don't know about this guy, man. I really don't.
Yeah. Thing
So I
is,
do think that he's what is it? Is Bob Iger? Yeah. I think Bob, because Bob's over in 2022, and
came back.
yeah, I
You
just
know the
feel
crazy
like
thing is, I actually think. But here's the thing, right? Well, actually, let you finish your point first. Actually,
Yeah, like it's somebody. I don't even think Bob's wrong. I understand like on some corporate shit. Like, hey yo, why we spend all this money on this on all this shit? What y'all doing?
Yes.
Which I think is a fine thing, but I also think he's got more involved in the yo. They don't like this, fix it. This that. I think he's a meddling CEO and something that doesn't. I don't think we need his meddling because to me, if you're gonna get involved with the MCU, you need to understand the MCU, and I don't think the corporate overlords understand it. They just see the dollar signs.
Yeah.
And when the dollar signs are not what they used to be, or the criticism is higher than it used to be, they're gonna step in with their brilliant ideas when they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. I think in this case, I feel like I agree with you to a certain extent. But for this case, my only issue is that this film was probably always going to be bad. Like
That's also
you know,
possible. That's why
you know,
I'm so curious to know what it was before this.
um, any film with five writers, that's a bad sign.
That's a lot of
Any
writers.
yeah,
That's a Drake. That's a Drake mixtape.
that's a Drake verse. All right,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying. So five writers
We just lost
are
15 bad rap listeners because we talked bad about Drake.
immediately. Um, what was I gonna say?
My
What was I
bad.
just
My
saying?
bad.
No, remind me what I just said though.
Five writers is a bad sign.
Yeah, five writers is a bad sign. It went through production hell. We already know the 180 reported budget is lower than reality. Um,
Oh yeah, I
and it's
saw
just like,
the new variety or deadline thing. I'm like, oh, when did that change again?
yeah, obviously they're always going to underball it, lowball it. I mean, um, so like five writers, production hell. It was pretty much being fast track after a series that at the time was the most watched on Disney Plus, but Disney Plus was open for like less than a year at that point. You know what I'm saying? So fast track a bit early. They had the writer from the freaking series was who pretty much gave us that speech that we don't like was a writer on his film, which could
He
explain
didn't
a lot of poor dialogue. Like it's really
he didn't give
ridiculous.
us another he didn't give us another speech though, so maybe he learned a little bit.
Yeah, he learned to avoid that one mistake.
Yes,
Um,
not the rest of them, but
yeah.
that one he avoided.
I just think, man. Here's the thing. I really want to like this film. I just feel like Anthony Mackie was failed here. Sam Wilson was failed
Mm-hmm.
here. At best, I feel like the best thing you can say about this movie is probably say it's okay. I've seen worse. It's not the worst MCU has done. If you compare, like these are all the positive things I'm thinking. If you compare it to Sony, this is a great. If you compare, if you compare it to Craven, you can't tell me shit. Like these are the like positive things you can say about the film, and that's disappointing. Back to the Bob Iger part. Now I remember where I wanted to go to. Initially, right, they were pretty much forcing when Disney Plus came around, forcing these series, right, forcing the Falcon
Right.
and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye. Remember, we got all those in 1 year, and that's just the live action. We were also getting
Mm-hmm.
the what ifs, which is a part of the MCU somehow. We got the Marvel zombies that they're working on, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, X-Men '97. All these things that within the multiverse saga makes it a bit complex because we're given this idea that they're all interwoven. Marvel had no intentions of producing all these series and movies for Disney, right? That was pretty much forced upon them. Then when Bob Iger comes back, he's like, "All right, these films aren't working. Not all of them, anyways."
Real capitalist energy, by the way. Yo, go make me all this money. Hey, why you
Right.
spending all my money?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and 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 the problem wasn't that these shows because the shows were expensive.
Right.
At one point of time, Marvel was so successful. The Infinity Saga, Phase 3 in particular, is probably the most ridiculous run of movies in a franchise.
It's
Like
not logical shit that was
it's
happening.
like Phase 3 was special, right?
Man.
So because Phase 3, every movie was pretty much printing money, they got the go ahead. All right, we'll give you as much money as you want. Make these series, make these films.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kevin Feige
And
was
you know
spent.
what? When you get down,
Yeah,
there's another point I want to make. I just had to say it so I can note it. Mark it in
go
my
ahead.
brain. No, keep going, keep going. I'll make it when you get done.
No, I was then Kevin Feige was spread too thin, right?
Yes.
Now that we're in this, ah, we don't need an Ant-Man 4. We don't need a Thor 5. We don't need a Captain Marvel 3 brain. For me personally, and we're only doing two shows and no more than 3 movies a year, that is perfect to me. That's what I love
I
to
agree.
hear. Because
100%
that
agree.
means,
100% agree.
because here's the thing, this movie would make you think it's connected to a lot, but in a
It's
lot of
not.
ways, it did very little.
No, yeah. Look, this movie, we can literally like go on to so many other movies and not think about this again. Because
Yes.
ultimately, when it comes to the MCU, the president does not matter. The White House means nothing. It means very little in terms of like it only shows up in the Captain America movies or like
Literally.
Iron Man when he was doing political stuff. Like it doesn't. The president does not matter at all in these
At
films.
all.
But this is the point I was going to make too on your point about the Bob Iger thing, right?
Yep.
The more I think about it, I believe that Marvel and probably Star Wars. Well, Star Wars has always had its own issues, but Marvel specifically, right? Because they put their Disney Plus back on the back of Star Wars and Marvel. They were like, "Yo, y'all gonna carry us." But
Yep.
Justin, I think we also got to remember streaming don't make the money they thought it was gonna make
Nah.
either, and Marvel probably had this. Probably had to bear the brunt of that. But that's just a society thing. Streaming don't make that bread that they think it makes. That's why all these bundles are happening. That's why these packages came together. That's why
Unless you're
suddenly you can
Netflix.
get right. That's why suddenly you can
Yeah.
get Disney, HBO, and Hulu for one price.
Yeah.
Right? Because like streaming doesn't make that bread like that. These streaming
Yeah.
services don't get that kind of money, and I think that's also part of the overcorrection by Disney. Like, yo, we can't spend this money. We ain't making no more, but keep putting out shows. And why we're cutting back.
Thing is that I also don't think they made. I don't. Were there shows? Did they feel must watch? Like for me as a Marvel fan, hell yeah, I want
Which
to watch
ones?
everything.
Yeah.
But when it came in 2021, like if you didn't watch fucking The Winter Soldier, like I don't know how much like because they do a lot of effort in this film to kind of redo a lot of those plot points in that film. I mean, in that series, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not plot points, more so themes, right? And so it's like if you didn't see that series, obviously the series amplifies the experience for the film, but it wasn't must watch television. You could have not watched it and continue with your Marvel journey and have watched the Eternals that year and watch Shang-Chi that year and Spider-Man that year and not give a shit about fucking the Winter Soldier because that doesn't matter until 2025.
Right.
Like you see the problem?
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what like my first point. Like this movie as my first bad. Like this movie should have come out closer to when that show happened.
And part of
The
that
way it would have made sense. We would have still felt connected to these characters.
part of it's not their fault because obviously the strikes. The
Got
strikes happen.
Yeah. Forgot about the strikes.
But with that being said, the strikes are the reason that they had extra time to realize the movie was trash. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's why. And here's the thing, and this is perfect timing because in a couple of weeks we'll be starting our Daredevil episodes. Daredevil was another series or another project in the MCU sphere that had that same result, that had that same process where they thought they had something really good. They thought they had these creatives that they weren't that familiar with, that they thought were going to be, bring a new era to the MCU. Then they actually watched the series, they actually watched the movie, and was like, you know what? People are going to hate us for this. Matt Murdock is not dressed up for at least three to four episodes. We should actually do a show that people will actually want to watch.
They was out here making a law show with
show.
none of Matt Murdock's friends. That nigga was blind with no friends.
Right. And I still think Daredevil was going to be a very, very good show. But
I believe it's going to be a good show because it has a base. It has too much of a base established as a good show, to where they didn't have to make too much new shit.
Exactly. But the crazy thing is, Titus, is that they're so arrogant that they thought they had to at first.
That's
true
too.
That's my problem. Where it's like now you're reverting back to the original good shit because the first shit that you tried by yourself didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't the original plan. Y'all want to do your own shit, and that's why I'm like these 9 episodes, which was originally supposed to be 18. Remember, it's supposed to be an 18 episode season. Shit was so bad we only get a 9.
What's supposed to be 18 episodes?
Daredevil.
Oh, yeah.
Because again, just like Raven World, they have to re-record it. They have to reshoot it.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I still think Daredevil was gonna be good. I think TV is different than movies where you can fix that better through several episodes if you have the budget. and I think they do have the budget for that series because it's grounded. Which again, Bob Iger, he said a lot of these series are going to be more grounded shows. I think that's exactly what you should do.
That's
Daredevil,
smart.
Punisher
That's smart.
are the characters
Yeah.
that should be getting those shows.
Facts.
So I think like moving forward, because I want to talk about moving forward, right? It's actually post credits. We talk about that briefly when Sam goes to see Howard Stern, and Howard Stern pretty much tells him
Howard Stern.
what's his name again? Samuel Stern.
You
Samuel
are
Stern.
crazy.
Howard Stern is a wild reference.
My bad.
Oh, that's
Samuel.
funny.
My bad.
Oh,
Samuel
that's
Stern.
funny. You good. Samuel Stern, yeah.
Samuel Stern was like, yeah, the worlds are coming and shit. For me personally, I didn't care for it. Like, and this is where like, cause I actually watched it with a casual. They enjoyed the action. Like, we should help me enjoy the movie more. They enjoyed the action scenes, right?
Yeah.
They're not as tuned in, so they're not aware that Secret Wars and that Doomsday is coming through. So when the post credit scene came through, they're like, damn, what is coming up? Like, what is it talking about? I don't think.
I saw some people doing that too with their friends at the movie too.
Which I'm like, that's one that's good. I guess that's what you want. But also, I'm
Right.
like, did they do enough? Like, was this enough? Because this is the last time I want to see Sam Wilson until Doomsday, I presume.
And he's not. How do I want to say this? I'm gonna just say it. He's not gonna be important in Doomsday. He's just not. He's not.
He's going to be. You know how I know he's going to be?
How?
Because the Russo brothers are writing it, and the Russo brothers are gonna figure it out.
Fair point.
But the reason I think he's going to be important though is because now more than ever, I'm pretty confident we're going to get a retro / evil Avengers original
Absolutely.
6.
Oh, 100%.
We're getting Doom. We're going to get an evil, hotter Black Widow. We're going to get Steve Rogers as a more racist white man, and we're going to get
Hydra Steve for sure.
Yes, my bad. As a more racist white man, that was not fair. As a racist white man, and we're going to get a lot of bad guys.
We're gonna get, and we might they probably won't.
Say it. Go ahead.
I would like to get just like some Avengers from another Earth that's just like, wow, we're not bad guys. We want to save our world. I think that should happen too.
Yeah,
I think that's what makes Secret Wars interesting is that these aren't necessarily bad people. They're also heroes.
Yeah,
but we can't. But we're too dumb for them to do that for us. So I just thought about that.
I mean, they got enough. They got enough to play with. I feel like fakely. Like they got the X-Men universe we know because of Deadpool Wolverine. We have
and Adamantium is here.
And Adamantium is here, which means we're going to get a Wolverine in 30 years. I'm presuming.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know because Adamantium was whatever. I don't know what that means for Wolverine. That's my question. Like, does that mean Wolverine is coming later, or we're going to get, or this nigga Hugh Jackman gonna play Wolverine for another 20 years?
Hugh Jackman already said he's planning on being here for another 10. He said that recently.
He said that?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's locked in, bro.
For 10 years? He said that.
I don't know if he said 10, but he said he's here.
I know he's gonna be here for Secret Wars. That's for sure. Like Doomsday, I think Doomsday is possible. Secret Wars.
I'm pretty sure he said he plans on being there for longer than that.
Wow.
If they want him, I'm fairly confident.
Wow.
Yeah, let me read this. Let me see if this is from an official who dropped this first officially. Because I found something I saw it in the Marvel subreddit. So it could be true, it could not be.
Okay.
One of the scoopers had it. It was my time. It was my time to shine. So she's hit or miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, that came out that he's not. Yeah, he's not necessarily close to being done with it. Was there one more thing I wanted to say about this? I don't remember. Thunderbolts wraps up Phase 5. And looking at Phase 5, and the other phases, this got some real strong highs, but boy, we got some lows.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we got Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Deadpool and Wolverine in this phase, which is great. But then we got Quantumania, the Marvels, which y'all said y'all didn't like, and Brave New World.
That's not good. That's not a good. That's. I don't like that resume.
Not a great phrase. I'm trying to see what phase will I compare this to. Is this better than?
I think Phase 4 might be the worst phase, ain't it? Maybe we should Phase 4 or Phase 1.
Yeah, Phase 1 has the Incredible Hulk, the Iron Man 2, which you and I like, but people don't. I might depend on how you feel about Thor 1.
See, this is where. All right. So what are we comparing Thor to? Like, I got Thor over Eternals. I got Thor over Thor: Love and Thunder. I got Thor.
Eternals
Is that
isn't
Phase 5?
phase. No, Eternals not
Okay.
phase off.
What's Phase 5 again? Okay, I got Thor over Brave New World, Marvels, and what's the other one? Quantumania?
Ant-Man?
Yeah, I do.
Quantumania.
Yeah, I do. I have Thor over all those 3 films.
Okay. Where do you have the Incredible Hulk?
Incredible Hulk. I have Brave New World over Incredible Hulk, but like,
Okay.
I'm gonna see. This is my problem. I'm too honest. I'm saying that because I'm a black man. Like I don't. Between 2 bad movies, I'm choosing the one with the black lead. Like I don't. Like I have. I'm gonna be honest here. Um, Incredible Hulk versus the Marvels. Neither film has a black man. But I'm
As a
choosing the one
black
with the black
woman,
woman,
though. Okay, there
and
we
that's the
go.
Marvels. And then Incredible Hulk versus the other one. What's the third one that's asked?
Quantumania.
Oh, that's a black man as well. So yeah, I got Incredible Hulk on that one as well. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
is it a black man?
Yes, he is.
Is it?
He's married. That man is married to Megan Good, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know what you think.
That man told a white woman to be his Coretta. Is he really? Yeah, whatever.
That's called method acting.
The event. The Avengers is elite. The Avengers is elite, so it's Avengers is better than this movie.
All right, you know what, Titus? I'm tired of being nice, bro. This shit is fucking annoying. This movie is annoying, bro.
This happens every time. Every time we talk about a movie, you start off and you ultimately end up despising it. This happens every time. I knew this was coming.
Here's my problem, bro. The villains think the like this film is carried.
I don't think Leader stinks. I like Leader.
I think that
I like Leader.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I hate Leader. I hate him.
I like Baron Zemo too.
Zemo, come on! Don't put Zemo and Leader in the same category, bro.
Why not? They're the same. They did the same shit.
No, they're not. Zemo had
Hey, but you know what? Leader ain't even trying to kill himself. Leader was a real man. Leader ain't trying to kill himself. Leader like, arrest me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'll go to the raft. I'm like Zemo, punk ass.
Yeah, y'all want to know who was the best villain in this movie?
Who?
Sidewinder.
I'm gonna keep it about that nigga ass. No, fuck it. I'm tired of lying.
What?
I said no. I said because I said in my bad that Giancarlo Esposito was wasted because they didn't use him enough. Sidewinder didn't matter in this movie at all. Like that nigga meant nothing. Sidewinder was a plot device. He was a plot device.
He was a literal plot device. He was an action plot device. He was for the action. He's for the action roles for Sam Wilson to fight throughout the movie while we wait for Red Hulk to be Red Hulk. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I really did not care for the leader, bro. I did not care for him, bro.
Leader. I like leader. I enjoyed that. But I'm a real sucker for like the super smart, sciencey. I saw the probabilities niggas. I like them a lot.
I feel like I don't hate them, but like when your thing is, I'm mostly right. Like, and you're wrong. Like for like, I thought you were gonna like. I don't. Why are you?
My thing about those characters is that I think they're good. Well, if the movie was long, I think they're good, right? Because I think those characters are always like they're predictable. They're like sciencey. I know what you're gonna do. Is why I can stop you. Is why I'm gonna win. Characters, I like them. I like them a lot.
I don't.
But when they have more time to flesh it out, right? Because really, the ultimate thing. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way, right? Are you familiar with God of War series, Justin?
No, I'm not. But go ahead, explain it to me.
Okay, so in God of War Ragnarok, basically, there's like these prophecies on these walls that like Kratos, the God of War is gonna die, right? In the war,
Okay.
in the upcoming war with in Ragnarok or whatever, right? So they go see these people
Yeah.
called the Norns, and the Norns, because they they're talking about prophecies and fate, and it's a lot of talk about that, right?
Yeah.
And the Norns are like, there's no such thing as fate. We just predict your actions based off how you act as a person. Fate isn't real. We just go out. Everything we write is based off how we know you react to everything because we know everything you're gonna do because we study this shit. So the only way to like beat quote unquote fate is to act in the way you wouldn't act normally, which ultimately is what Kratos does in the game. And then when he lives, it's a great game. It's a great fucking game. God of War Ragnarok is my favorite game. I play it yearly. Um, to me, like that string of storylines is like similar to the leaders. Like the leader has all these probabilities, he knows what you're gonna do, but the way to beat him is to do things that he wouldn't predict you to do. But they didn't give themselves enough time to explore that fully, which is why I guess I see him falling flat a little bit. But the character in general, I like. Like I think the leader as a character is fine. They executed well, perfectly no, but I think the character of the leader is fine for me.
Yeah, hey, I don't mind the character. I'm talking about. When I talk about these people, I purely talk about execution. You know what I'm saying? I have
Oh,
nothing
see, yeah,
against
yeah,
the
yeah.
character. I have nothing, like I said, on
See, because to
paper,
me, yeah, because to me, the character of Sidewinder was useless in this movie, which is why I don't care about it.
like I don't.
Ross,
Here's another thing that
I don't know.
I don't want to forget this point, right?
Yeah, go ahead, my bad.
I don't think, and this is where for first time listeners, and I feel like this is a constant theme, right? I think I can be a bit more critical, right? But here's the thing I want. I think Titus, you're a good guy, right? You want to be empathetic to these niggas, but I think sometimes you be calling these niggas, bro.
Oh my
2 hours, 2 hours. I'm talking about as Marvel as a whole, like Marvel as a whole, right? 2 hours, bro, is enough runtime. It is enough time to tell a story. You know, like like X-Men is an hour and 42. X-Men have to have
time.
bro, X-Men have to carry Charles Xavier, Logan, Magneto, Storm, Scott Summers, Jean Grey, and Wolverine,
That's a
and
different time
Sabretooth
in
and Rogue.
cinema, though.
But,
It's a different time in
cool, cool,
cinema.
cool, 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 cool. The problem with this film is that it's 2 hours, and at least 30 minutes of the film, if you cut it, it changes nothing. And that's the problem. It's not that it's only 2 hours. It's that the 2 hours isn't even like well used. It's not a well used 2 hours.
Well, I think if you cut 30 minutes out of this film, it becomes a substantially worse film. I'm not gonna lie. Like it becomes so much worse. And because the movie starts, and I'm tired of saying like, oh, this is moving very fast, and this is not paced well. Like it started off so poorly paced from the jump, and it wasn't like too slow. It was way too fast. Like everything was moving way too quickly to me, in a way that wasn't logical. Like I thought niggas was talking on 2 times speed. Like why are they talking so fast?
And here's the thing, they force themselves to that though. Like the fact that they have to complete all these plot lines, nobody's forcing it. Like they're choosing to do this.
No, and I think part of why they chose to do this is because of the feedback. They're like, yeah, we probably can't do an over 2 hour movie with this, which is like, because when I saw it was the hour and 58 minutes, I was excited. I'm like, okay, we got an under 2 hour movie. Cool. I like that. Let's get to it. Get in and get out. Like to me, action movies that are under 2 hours are my favorite kind of action movies. Like we're gonna get in and get out. I love John Wick. I'm not gonna watch John Wick 4. You know why? It's just like 3 hours. I ain't got it. I ain't got it in me, bro. I really don't. I'm not doing it.
No, me either. I'm here for a 3 hour action film.
Yeah, I need an hour. I need an hour and a half action. Let's get to the shit. But as I'm watching, like, oh, they have a lot going on, and I don't know if y'all can do 2 hours. They're like, I don't know if y'all can do it in 2 hours anymore. When you're trying to do all this shit. How long is Thunderbolts? Do we know how long Thunderbolts is yet?
It might be out. I have no idea.
Let me see.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Thunderbolts. Nah, there's no runtime up yet.
It's probably yes. We 3 months out.
It is still 3 months, isn't it? Damn.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man.
What's up, bro?
Man.
We have the same score. I give this movie a 6.5.
Remember,
well.
I said that's the score I initially gave it. That's the score that I wanted to give it.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I don't even know if I feel that way about this movie, bro. Like I really like the fact that like I have for niggas don't know, I have a Fandango fan club account, right? And I have $10 I have to spend on a movie, right? I do a Marvel podcast. I would rather like spending $10 to watch this movie again. I don't want to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, and I'm on Marvel. I'm doing a Marvel podcast. I watch all the Marvel shows. I am a big fan of this. And the fact that I don't want to watch it. I don't think this film is going to do well in the box office. Obviously, it's not being well received. I feel like
It had a good opening weekend. It did have a good opening weekend.
You did.
Now, will that last? Probably not.
Yes, I was going to say Ant-Man, also Quantumanium also had a very impressive opening weekend. You know what I'm saying? And even in this opening weekend, it's not like it's still the third highest grossing Iron Man film opening weekend. Like it wasn't as big as yeah. So what that's Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Captain America. So it's like it's not going to do well in the box office.
Let me see where we're at. 192 million globally, 100 million in the US as of 12 hours ago.
Yeah. Good. It's opening Marvel movies, first opening weekends, that's when they fucking do the best because all of us are running to get there first. Second weekend, third weekend is where we get the real story. It's not getting good word of mouth. It's not getting good press. I think my score is 6 out of 10. I think my final score is probably 6 out of 10. Just a quick rundown. The good is Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Ross. I think the characters are really elevated by the performances and not the script. I think the script actually fails the characters and the arcs a lot. And that's really, for people who don't know, that's probably the most important element of a film for me, is generally the narrative. More for good. I like that they try to make it grounded, try to make it a bit of a spy thriller. The idea is good. Isaiah Bradley being in the film is good. The action for human fighting is good. The bad, overstuffed narrative, but that's probably ugly. The bad and ugly are probably together. Overstuffed narrative, villains I don't care about, supporting cast I don't care about. Again, the Secret Service agent, the black girl that got all that screen time, and the Black Widow that got all the screen time. You give that screen time to the leader, and I might like the leader a bit more. Like I don't understand. Like those characters add nothing to the film. Like literally.
I'm sorry. Time out. Love and Thunder had a fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes when it dropped.
Yeah, it's like 60, 65, 63.
But okay.
I'm gonna keep it a bug.
That's where I start saying things. That's where the black aspect comes in.
But again, this film has a lot. It has the Israeli aspect. It has the production aspect. Like it has a lot going negatively for it. You know what I'm saying? Love and Thunder is just a disappointing movie. like this, it had no controversy. The controversy was the quality of the film. In this case, it's the quality of the film and also all the other character stuff, and also where the MCU is. Love and Thunder was following No Way Home and Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. 2 movies that made $1 billion plus and 800 million plus.
That's why I should have had a worse Rotten Tomatoes score.
Say it again?
That's why I should have had a worse Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah. Well, as we know, like in battle rap, momentum is a thing.
That's a fact.
If this was released maybe in November, maybe this film would have gotten a little bit of a boost from that Deadpool Wolverine momentum. But regardless, I still think this film wouldn't be well received. And that's okay. I don't. Hopefully, this is obviously we're on the path to Fantastic Four, and Marvel wants us to forget about this movie, and I'm going to do what they want me to do and forget about this movie.
Yeah. All in all, I thought the movie's fine. I think, like I said, I think my dad will enjoy this movie, which I think is a mark of the casual fan. I think you can go in there, have a decent time, and leave. It's a good popcorn flick. Popcorn's tasty. You watch it, you go home. When it comes on TNT, you turn it on. You know, when it comes on after like the Eastern Conference Finals or some shit, you turn it on, watch it, go to bed.
Definitely go to bed.
Yeah, you go to bed. Yeah, you go to bed when so. Yeah, for sure. But like, I think it has its uses. You know what I'm saying? It has
It
its
has
uses.
its uses.
Yeah,
That is hilarious.
it has uses. It's fine. It's
Yo, I
fine.
ain't no friend.
The
You
MCU. The
yo.
problem is the MCU standard. No, it's fine, but the MCU standard isn't fine. But the movie's fine. That's all. It's fine. It's good. This is a little 6.5. I give it six and a half. 6.5. That's
Yeah,
high as I can go. That's high as I
no,
can go.
I'm with you. I think 6.5 is literally the highest I can go.
Yeah, I can't go any higher
Um,
than that. I really can't.
but I'm landing at 6 because I just don't. There's a lot of this film where I don't enjoy, and that's really my like. I'm okay if a movie means nothing, but can I enjoy it? And I just there's a lot of parts where I'm just like I'm not enjoying the film. I don't, and I know. I guess me and you disagree on this major part. Is leader. The leader does not do it for me. Like it just at no point did it really work for me personally. Um, I don't think he was a bad acting though. I just some of it's also the script. Like I said, I hate the script. I hate the dialogue. The
Yeah.
dialogue really bothers me. The dialogue
Right.
really bothers me. But all the actors are doing the best they can. But the writers, the 5 people that they got to write the lines, collectively as a group, they suck. Like maybe not one individual, but as a group, like that group project was not a sum of the parts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, looking forward, are you? Does this change how? Does this change your expectations or your anticipation moving forward for the MCU? Like moving forward for this year, we got
No.
Daredevil next. Nope.
No, it changes nothing.
Okay.
Because I know that the plan for the MCU is to get the Fantastic Four. That's their plan. Their plan is, yo, we got this shit on the books, so we gonna film it. But we gotta get to the Fantastic Four. That's when shit gets back to that Marvel you love. All right, that's when we on point. Because all these MCU movies have marketing. The Fantastic Four a little better. Let's be real.
Say it again.
I feel like Fantastic Four marketing has been a little better and a little better than the marketing for these other movies.
Oh, it's definitely they're upping it for sure.
Yeah,
Fantastic
yeah,
Four is the biggest movie of the year, clearly
yes,
for
yes.
them.
That's the one. So they went and got the super cast and everything for it. So yeah, Fantastic Four.
So
That's
you're
all we gotta
not
get to.
concerned. Does that mean you don't
Mm-mm.
care about the project leading up to that?
The Thunderbolts?
Well, not because also the Disney Plus project like Daredevil and Ironheart.
When our actually coming out?
Yeah,
Because
that's
Yeah, it's coming
they've
out.
lied
It's
to
coming out.
they've lied to me about
and
that show for 7 years. That show don't exist to me until I see 2 episodes out.
it's coming out. It's coming out in June, and again, it's one of those shows that it's kind of not fully, but it's kind of in the
They ruined that
Daredevil
one. Yeah. Now that got
slash
17
Disney
reshoots.
World.
Wakanda
Facts.
Forever came out in November of 2022.
Yes, and I think for me, like obviously from the outside looking in, I think the most obvious, or not the most obvious, the most probable thing is that they're probably holding off on the show to push it closer to the supposed Armor Wars film that they were supposed to release at one point. But once the negative reactions to Secret Invasion occurred, they pretty much canned it.
Yeah, I'm was cooked. But yeah, yeah, everything else that happens is whatever. I want our heart to be good, but I'm scared at this point because Justin, to paraphrase my Super Bowl winning quarterback Jalen Hurts, um, Secret Invasion changed something in my soul, man.
Mm,
It changed something in my soul, bro. I just don't. I didn't know
yeah,
you could make Samuel Jackson be so bad in a movie,
yeah, yeah.
and they did. And I just mentally, right, can't. I just I can't trust the TV show again.
Mm.
But I can trust
For,
Fantastic Four though.
for me, looking forward, Daredevil, I'm a little bit more scared just because Brave New World wasn't able to be fixed. I hope it's not the case with Daredevil. I'm more confident in Daredevil in this movie than I ever was, just because Daredevil was a better, already has, like he said, that foundation that it can attach itself to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm a little bit more worried in Daredevil. I am a lot more worried about Thunderbolts. Um, Thunderbolts seems like one of those films that can easily be like, kind of like a Black Widow kind of bag, where it's it's okay, but it's only tolerable if you care about the characters.
If they kill Taskmaster, I'm giving. If they kill Taskmaster, Thunderbolts, I'm giving it an 8.
That might happen. And
That's
Ironheart,
an
obviously
automatic 8.
Ironheart. I wasn't excited about the series until I saw the 15-second clip they added into the 2025 rollout. I'm also worried about that series, but I also don't care that much because I don't think it's probably that big in the multiverse saga. And then Fantastic Four. Am I more worried than I was before seeing this movie? I am. I am a little bit more worried. I still think it's
Oh
going to be
wait,
the best.
hold on. Wendell Pierce is in Thunderbolts.
Say it again.
Wendell Pierce is in Thunderbolts. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his, so that's exciting.
But yeah, for Fantastic Four, I'm still optimistic, but I hope Marvel. I don't have faith in Marvel like that. To keep it real, that's pretty much my statement. I don't have faith in Marvel anymore. I'm hopeful for Fantastic Four. But Marvel was also extremely confident about Quantumania, and this is a real thing. They thought Quantumania was one of them ones.
That's
They thought
because
Quantumania,
that trickster hypnotized them, man.
and even before his incident in March, the film wasn't well received. They also was
No,
very
I mean he hypnotized them into thinking that he made a good film.
no, understand.
Yeah.
But even and then same with the case with Love and Thunder. They thought Love and Thunder was going to be a great film. Um, and again, it wasn't. So Marvel can think that things are great films. They're going to be highly optimistic. They can give. Again, this Brave New World film isn't tied down by its cast. Anthony Mackie does a good job. Harrison Barnes does a good job. Um, the Torres character, okay, whatever. He does a good job for what he's
He
given.
did a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did a good job
Yeah.
for what he's given. I just don't think he was given a lot.
Right.
Very undeveloped side character. Um, so yeah, the problems in the film was not the acting, but the film
Right.
still suffered. You know what I'm saying? Because the script wasn't good. Fantastic Four, I think it has a good script probably, but
Right.
Marvel has allowed a lot of bad scripts to get through customs. The only reason we have not watched a bad Blade movie is because Mahershala Ali is saying no. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to Marvel, whatever plan they had in 2021 would have been out already. Like they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's
So, yeah.
I'm a little ultimately I'm a little bit more cautious, a little bit more worried. But I'm still hopeful. I have to be.
I think it's probably why I'm nicer to these films mostly than you are is that bad acting offends me more than bad script writing.
Mm,
Like I don't like bad scripts, but if the
yeah,
acting is good, I can deal with it. Now, if it's
yeah,
Dark Phoenix and you give me a bad script and bad acting,
yeah,
I'll lose my mind. But
yeah.
if the acting is good, I can like deal with a bad script more
Got you.
than I can. I think I just discovered that difference just now. Because I'm with you. I think
Mm,
the acting was really good in this movie, which is why I'm probably like, yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
Because everybody acting well, hey, I'm having a good time. If people aren't acting well, if you're Jennifer Lewis and as Mystique, I mean Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique at the end of that run,
Jennifer Lewis.
over it, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who is that. That makeup a person?
You for sure did. Oh my god. No. I can actually I understand that, man. Cause I'm not a big fan of that acting, but I can definitely see that divergence, and that makes
Yeah,
sense, man.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
at at heart for those who don't know, like my academic background is in like sociology and psychology and history. So these are the things generally I'm here for story, man. Like I can kind of look over um well, probably not bad acting. I don't want to see no
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
acting, but I can look over maybe average acting if the story is very captivating and it really touches me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and I don't even thing is I can even look over bad plots, bad scripts if movies can make me feel something. And again, this movie fails at making me feel something. I don't feel a lot when I watch this film, and that's very sad because it's easy to make me feel things. I am a sensitive person, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this film does a bad job at
Yeah.
touching me, man. Pause.
Nah, I feel that. I feel that. Like I said, yeah. Like I said, the movie was just like it's an action movie. And I went in there like, okay, it's an action movie under 2 hours. We're gonna get the shit done. Cool season fight scenes. Go home.
Yeah.
Um, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts got some star power, boy.
It do.
They got
I'm looking
star
at
power,
the
but
cast.
it
I'm
ain't
like,
gonna
boy,
run
they
time
over
right.
here cooking. Because
I'm not
Wendell
gonna
Pierce
front.
in this is a very big addition to me. I love that. I love him as an actor. I'm a big fan of his work.
Who you got?
Wendell Edwards, a political figure according to Wikipedia. He
Okay.
ain't got nothing else yet, just a political figure. So I'm assuming he works with Valentina, Julia Louis Dreyfus. I'm assuming they work together. It's my guess.
Okay.
Which
No, I
I'm here
think
for that.
the cast is good here.
It
Um,
is.
but again, I'm also a believer that there isn't a single franchise that casts better than MCU. You know what I'm saying? And like
This is also true. You're
even
not mistaken. You're not wrong for that.
even the Incredible Hulk, like Edward Norton's Hulk, is still might be, one, might be the one low key. Like that nigga it was a bad film, but it was because of Edward Norton for sure. It was just another case we were talking about earlier, another case of executives getting involved in films, and kind of ruining them. But essentially, man, I think overall, we're, we're in a okay place in Marvel. I think this movie is probably going to be considered a failure in terms of like box office.
Absolutely.
Or maybe it'll break even. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But critically, it's also a failure. Obviously, it's not being. It's the third rotten project in the MCU, and it's only out of 35. It's 35 films. And it's only the third film. Um, but Marvel wants us to look forward. Daredevil's in 2 weeks. Thunderbolts in 3 months. Hopefully, moving up onwards and upwards.
Right. Yep. That's the slogan. What movie is that slogan in? Ain't that slogan in one of these movies?
Yo, I think it's Superman.
Oh,
I don't
probably.
know. Someone I don't know.
Right. But yeah, thank y'all for listening, man. Like I said, appreciate y'all. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoy MCU. If you enjoy the MCU, you're gonna enjoy our show. You know what I'm saying? And leave some comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think we should name the show because the show does not have a name.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think we should name this podcast. We don't know yet. You know what I'm
But
saying?
until then, we are Justin and Ty. I forgot your name for a second. I'm gonna call you Tyler, Rod.
No, that's
We're just
hilarious.
we're Justin and Titus, and when will we name this show?
We out.
Oh shit.